Our last speaker today is Dr. Rita Hudson Shourds with Ivy Tech Community College, who will address why education matters to you as a member of our community, and she will provide ideas for practical solutions that we can all own to help increase our attainment numbers.
What are some practical ways for us to be able to reach this goal and to help these individuals that have some type of college, but they haven't attained the degree that they need to or the level that they need to be successful employers in your companies or successful community leaders or individuals that just make this place, Washington County and Salem, a better place to be? One of the things that we know from post-secondary is the mass exodus for most students comes after their first semester. All right, and we know that there's a variety of reasons for that. But we know that this also mirrors most four-year institutions as well. I had lunch with Dr. Ramsey about 2 weeks ago from U of L, and one of the things he said was, we're just an anomaly. We can't explain it, but we lose them between the third and the fourth year. The third and the fourth term. Again, everybody has kind of their own little reasons for leaving, and these are just a list, and we don't want to go over all of those today. That's not what we're here to talk about, but people have a number of reasons for why they don't want to stay in college. As you can see here, most of them have to do with perceived barriers, and that's what we really want to talk about, is how do we get beyond those perceived barriers. Unlike when I went to school at IU Bloomington and some of you went to school, we went to school full-time and we did other things part-time. Well, that's kind of a role reversal now. Now most people that are in institutions, post-secondary institutions, are actually employed full-time. That is their job. That is their life. Going to school is their part-time job. All right? As a result, it's important that we realize that we have to meet these students where they are. And I can tell you a 45-year-old that has not been to college for 20 years is going to come back and experience a much different classroom than what he left. All right? We weren't our age, we weren't raised on personal computers. All right? We didn't know how to turn one on. We didn't have one at the time. I laugh now and I say, I remember at IU Bloomington we took Fortran and COBOL. And some of you that went through A Corps, B Corps up there, that's what we took. There was no personal computers. So it's important that we meet these individuals where they are. An example that we have done in the past at Ivy Tech is we've gone down to the Housing Authority in New Albany, and we've gone down and actually taken classes to the New Albany Housing Authority. We know that those individuals usually lack transportation, and that's a #1 issue for most of our students. I can't get there. All right, so meet them where they are. And one of the things that we can also do is take our classes to the job site. So if you're an employer, do you allow your students the opportunity to take a class before they start their shift? Or do you allow that student, or do you make it accessible for them to take a class, a 3-hour class, after they finish their shift? Or what about on a lunch hour? We recently went to Jeff Bowe. Jeff Bowe wanted a blueprint reading class. All right, and they wanted it before their starts. All right, before their day starts. We taught blueprint at 5 o'clock in the morning. That would be drudgery for me. All right, anything at 5 o'clock in the morning. But now we also have to understand, as educational institutions, we have to change also. All right, gone are the days that we can say we're teaching marketing on Mondays and Wednesdays at 3 o'clock, and if you can make it, fine. If you can't, you wait till the next time it comes around. We can't do that. Students have to have this when it's convenient and where it's convenient. And we did a study over at Ivy Tech, and we couldn't understand. Our servers kept on going down. Blackboard is the online opportunity for our students. Kept on going down, and it was because of the number of students trying to access. Do you know what time that was? 10 o'clock Sunday night until 2 o'clock in the morning on Monday. That's when the students to work. Now, that didn't even occur to me. You know, I'd like to be in bed at 10 o'clock sleeping. But if you're a mom or if you're a dad and that's the only time you can do your work, guess what? That has to be an option for you. So look at opportunities for that type of thing. Okay, I'm an Orange County girl that can't, there we go. Collaborations. This is where it's really at for all of us in this room. We need to collaborate with the local Y. A lot of those students are coming in every day. A lot of those individuals' parents are picking up their kids from aftercare programs or before school programs and making educational opportunities available to them. One of the things that our local Y has allowed us to do down in Floyd and Clark County is we actually go in and we allow students, allow those individuals the opportunity to register for classes right there. If they have any questions at all that they want to ask, they're more than welcome. We've got a representative there. The other thing, in Scott County, we have the Mid-America Science Park, which is a state-of-the-art facility. It's like none you've ever seen. We've offered classes over the last 2 semesters. We've had a whopping total of 2 students. You can't do that. We can't do what we need to do if that's all the interest that we're getting in college classes. And I can't continue to offer them because I have a break-even point also. And as Chancellor Patterson Randalls can tell you, we're not getting a lot of money from the state these days to do those types of things. So we have to be very cautious financially of where we choose to spend our money. So financial resources for the institutions to take these classes out to the masses and out into the community. You have a Washington County Learning Center that's out in the building that Judy's in. Wonderful place. We have opportunities by the dozens out there, but we have difficulty getting people to sign up for classes. How many people know about it? Well, we hope a lot. We came up and did the mayor asked us to come up and do a kind of a availability for businesses in the community. Maybe you were there. We didn't have a lot of interest from Washington County. Well, we have to get excited about this. We have to make this a priority. We have to find out how can we get the interest there that we want. And churches. One of the opportunities that we do locally is we have 2 mega churches, if you will, and we try to go in and work with the individuals that might want to come back to college, letting them know financial aid deadlines, letting them know how they get online to register for classes. Again, it's taking the service to where it needs to be, where we can find these people, because that's the whole key to this, finding out where they are. Where are they in your community and identifying them. And then you need, as a community, okay, we've lived through this for the last few generations, the last few decades. We can't be in this in 30 years. We can't be sitting here having this same discussion, can we? Because nothing's improved. We haven't done anything to make it better. Dual credit is a great opportunity. The schools in Washington County all participate in dual credit. This is an opportunity for your high school individuals to earn college credit. That college credit, as long as it's in the core transfer of library, will transfer to any other state institution in the state of Indiana. And this is free to you as a parent or grandparent or aunt or uncle. It's the best kept secret. It's not a secret anymore. Last year, our campus alone within Ivy Tech gave away $1 million worth of college tuition free. Free. But we need to talk about it. We need to let people know. Early college is a fairly new initiative, but it's something that's gaining a lot of momentum. Indiana is one of the few states to start this. But when you hear about it, if you have children, I have a 14-year-old and a 9-year-old, and I'm saying this is where we're at. When they walk across the stage to pick up their high school diploma, they have the opportunity to also pick up an Associate of Science in General Studies from Ivy Tech. That 2-year degree, an associate degree, then will transfer to any other in-state institution, and again, that's free of charge. Now, can you imagine? Do you know what my parents would have done if they didn't have to pay for 2 years at IU Bloomington? I probably could have gotten a car. All right, I probably wouldn't have had to stay in the dorm for 4 years and shared a shower and my food and everything else. And then New Tech High, which is really a new idea. There's one in Washington County. It's kind of, when I say the word alternative, people always think, oh, these must be the problem students. Not at all. New Tech High is just an alternative way of teaching modality when it comes to a lot of cross-curriculum instruction. And it's not for everybody, but it is certainly for some people. And Scott County has a great one. Scottsburg. Scottsburg has one. And Clarksville may be getting one. So providing mentors and tutors. You can be a mentor. You can be a tutor. You know, you just have to show some energy. You just have to show some enthusiasm. Think if each one of us in here took 3 individuals just in this group that we're trying to get, and then those 3 people got 3 people. Guess what will happen? Before long, we will have made a dent in this group of individuals we're trying to meet. Provide financial resources, Kiwanis, Rotarians, Optimists, the church organizations. Make this an opportunity for you all to do some service together. All right, provide financial resources. You know, I always say there's nothing that $1 million wouldn't really make a big dent in, and that's another situation here. Provide transportation. Find ways of getting these individuals to where their destination of being able to get that college credit that they need so desperately. And maybe that means providing some type of funding. If you're a church, providing some type of funding. So if a student is identified as needing a new engine, there's money for a new engine, because guess what? They blow up, and then we don't have any way to get to class. Offer classes on site at times that are convenient for the employees. So if you're an employer, think about it. We had a person after we did this in Scottsburg come up to me and he said, you know what? We've got tuition reimbursement that's really very good. And you know, I've been thinking, I don't think we've had anybody take advantage of that in at least 2 or 3 years. Well, have you asked them? Have you had anybody in the basement of the bank saying, if you're interested in taking a college class, go on down there. We'll pay for it. We're going to pay for at least 3 hours every semester for you to go back to school. All right, look for those opportunities. Find ways to partner with other organizations. And again, it's really been my pleasure to be here. And all kidding aside, it's always nice to come back home, so to speak. And we want to help you. We are here to help you make a dent in this activity, because we can do it. It just takes one person. It just takes one person that gets interested to create the energy and enthusiasm to get another person involved. And what we have here is a lot of enthusiasm, a lot of energy, and a lot of interest. But once we have the passion, we'll be off and running, because education really does matter to all of us in here. So it's been my pleasure to be here. Thank you to the other panelists, and thank you to the Community Foundations. It's been wonderful.